Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1001. I have already completed 1000. Today I am starting with 1. And today's topic is methods of purifying the industrial effluents, or we can call waste. And it is very important to purify water and lot of other substances from industrial waste, electronic waste. And here let me add one thing, that it's not that industrialization and all this growth, they are only producing the effluents or waste. It is creating lot of economy and wealth. For example, the first wealth was created. Wealth, if I say wealth, means wealth plus job. It was in 1820 when the steam locomotive was discovered, and that is called railway. And railway created lot of job in millions globally, and people started moving from, the mobility became fast, and with that urbanization started with railway everywhere in the globe. And the second era came, that was in 1920, the industrial growth, and that was the discovery of transistors by Bell Lab in America. And once the transistor was discovered, lot of television, radio, transistors, so many things were, telephony came into existence. And again, slowly it started information technology, and in 1970 Silicon Valley was created in America, and by 1990 it created trillions of dollars economy and millions of jobs, highly paid jobs, and still it is going on. So for creation of job, for creation of new wealth, three ingredients are very important. First is new discovery, second new technology, and demands. So once these three ingredients are combined together, then we can have new wealth, lot of new jobs. So today, even still, with that creation of Silicon Valley, internet came, iPhone, iPad, everything came, and now Facebook, YouTube. Here what I am lecturing is on the platform of YouTube. So it is going on, and it is creating a lot of wealth because of this industrialization. So it has shining face as well as black face, both. And it is also creating some industrial waste, some electronic waste, and that we have to purify, and we have to treat them. So here, for this effluent, industrial effluent, mainly we are following three methods. First is, that is called mechanical method. Second is physicochemical method, and third is biochemical method. Mechanical method means we are making lot of big tanks, and there all these liquids are allowed to stay, and all these suspended particles are settled down, and slowly it is filtered with centrifuge filtration. We can purify. That is called mechanical method. The second is physicochemical method. Physicochemical method means here flotation, by stirring, by precipitation, and with that method different type of toxic materials can be precipitated out and can be filtered out, and can be in the form of flotation. Means if suppose some oily material, some grease, all these things are there, and once it is stirred very well, that will be in the form of light foam, and it can be separated out. And the third one is, that is biochemical method. In the case of biochemical method, what we are using some selected bacteria, the microorganisms, and this is called bacteriology, and they will assimilate, they will break down all those complex molecules into simpler ones, and in this way it can be purified. And in also all these process, nowadays very important process that is called electrodialysis, or commonly it is known as desalination. And with this technique of desalination, lot of dissolved metallic salts are separated out in the form of cation and anion by making lot of big chambers and putting cathode and anode. And in this way the cathode means the positive metallic charge will move, and anode means there the negatively charged particles will move, and oxygen or chlorine, all those things can be separated out in the form of gas, and the water will be purified from all these metallic ions. So I am going to discuss this one by one. So the purifying or purification of these industrial waste or effluents are done by mainly these three methods, that is mechanical, physicochemical, and biochemical. So the first one is, that is, the purifying effluents are divided into the following groups: A, that is mechanical methods; B, physicochemical methods; and C, biological methods. So first I am taking A, that is mechanical method, is a very traditional and old method of setting the impure liquid in a tanks, and then it is filtered. It includes the setting, filtering, and clarification. These processes are effective in removing dispersed suspensions, and this is the primary stage of general purification of effluents. So this mechanical method is the primary stage of purifying the effluents or industrial waste. B is, that is physicochemical method. This is very important method because lot of chemical process is involved. Sometimes some portion we can say it is mechanical, like flotation, coagulation, but there are lot of chemical process is involved. So this method is used in purifying waste water, which include flotation of fine particles, suspensions, their coagulations, using coagulating agents, extraction with solvents, and the removal by distillation on with steam, by ion exchange resins. So by ion exchange resins is also one of the method, physicochemical. By solvent extraction, that is steam distillation, is also one of the method of physicochemical purification of the effluents of industrial waste. Physicochemical methods are generally used for purifying effluents from finely dispersed, colloidal, and dissolved substances. Mostly they are dispersed and colloidal solutions that can be removed by physicochemical method. Flotation. What is flotation? Flotation is the suspension of fine particles in the form of coagulation, and often classified as mechanical method, but their process is physicochemical in nature. These operations and filtrations are carried out directly after the separation of large size of particles. Flotation is mainly used for purification from finely dispersed suspension. So all the process here in this is chemical process. That's why it is physicochemical process. And here now I am going to discuss how to remove the dissolved impurities. And mostly the dissolved impurities in water, either they are salts, inorganic salts, or some organic compounds. And it needs lot of techniques of osmosis and filtration, that is hyperfiltration. So here removal of dissolved impurities. Dissolved impurities are removed by first reverse osmosis, second ultrafiltration, electrodialysis, ion exchange, and extraction. So these techniques are used to remove the dissolved impurities. Reverse osmosis or hyperfiltration is a process of separating solutions by filtering them through membranes and whose pores about 1 nanomicron in diameter, and 1 nanomicron is equal to 10 angstrom pass water molecules, is the separation of solution containing high molecular compounds by membranes whose pores are from 5 to 200 nanomicron in diameter. The reverse osmosis or hyperfiltration is performed with the help of polymer, and these polymers are acetate cellulose or polyamide, these membranes. And the highest working pressure is used in hyperfiltration of salt solutions having a high osmotic pressure. The methods of hyperfiltration are competitive with the traditional techniques of purifying the effluents of the chemical, pulp, paper, and petroleum chemical units. They are promising methods because the consumption of energy is comparatively low, and even energy can be regenerated, and the equipment is simple and compact. The high selectivity membrane reaching to 90% ensure pure water which can be recycled. The impurities such as salts and organic compounds can be filtered off. So with this I will stop today, and in the next lecture I am going to discuss the electrolysis method, and that method is also very effective method. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.